Hey everyone, we are going to do an arm workout and really focus on sort of all parts of the arm, upper body. I have optional 1 pound weights. These are technically ankle weights, but you can hold them in your hands or you can sort of slip them over your palms like so. But any light weight, if you want to add weight, it's also totally optional. You can do this just using your own body weight. We are going to get started coming into all fours. So stacking your joints, wrists under elbows, under shoulders, knees underneath your hips. And we're gonna just take a few cats and cows, inhaling, dropping the belly, taking a look up. Exhale, press and round the spine. Really dome the upper back right at the base of the neck. Good, inhale, drop the belly. Maybe now bend the arms, the elbows a little bit more. Exhale, press and round the spine. Good, one more just like that. Maybe bend the elbows even a little bit more as you tilt the tailbone high. And exhale to press and round. Good, coming back to all fours here. Now we're going to come into a high push-up. So you have some options. You can keep your knees down and we're gonna shift it forward and back, so really hugging in the belly. Second option is to lift the knees and shift it forward and back. Good. For 9, 8, little bend in your elbows, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming back down to your knees if you lifted them. Bring the knees nice and wide. Shift your hips back and sink into a child's pose here. Opening through the hips, the low back, and also just softening through the shoulders. So making this partly about your arms here, not just the low body. Maybe tent your fingertips and then let your chest sort of start to fall between your arms. You can drop your forehead down. Good, rising back up. Same thing, but now we're gonna shift it side to side. So whether the knees are up or down, hugging around the belly, supporting and wrapping around, we're gonna go right, left for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming back down. Of course, there's something in my eye. This time we're gonna bring hands behind the low back, interlaced fingers, gentle press of the chest forward. Good, softening here. And then we're gonna come back down again. Option again to keep the knees down or lift the knees up, hovering about 1 inch above the mat. And we're gonna take little circles to the left for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, pausing in the center, and then to the right for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming back down, sitting up nice and tall. This next series, you can do it from standing. I'm gonna stay on my knees, stacking my knees just underneath my shoulders. And I'm gonna be nice and tall here, wrapping the belly in, so lowest ribs in, nice and supported, long tailbone. So here we are. So from here, we're gonna bring arms out nice and long, shoulders are soft, thumbs face the ceiling. We're gonna take little circles forward for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switching directions for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Really reaching the fingertips long, thumbs still face up to the ceiling, and we're gonna go up and down. Not too high of a movement, just about 5 inches up and down. For 7, 6, really reaching. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Option to grab your weights here. Maybe hold them in the palms or wrap them around the palms. Up to you. We're gonna reach arms long again, and then we're gonna bring those elbows elbows in toward the ribs, and then rotate and stretch and reach the fingertips out. So pull in, rotate and stretch. Good. For 8, 7, make sure you're breathing. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're gonna reach arms really long and then try to reach palms back. Fingertips could touch behind your back. Little pulses for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reaching back, 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 and then bringing palms to kiss in the front. Opening wide, bringing to the front. Good. For 8, 7, stretch the fingers really long. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Reach your arms into a cactus shape, fingertips high toward the ceiling. Bring your elbows in close together to touch, and then open the chest wide. Elbows to touch and open. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Bring your arms out, still in that cactus shape. Take little pulses up and down, up and down. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pausing here. If your knees are bothering you, if you're on your knees, you can stand up at any time and do this from standing. It's the exact same thing. I can just feel a little bit more grounded here, and it's okay for my knees, but take care of your knees. From here, we're going to turn palms facing down, and then down to the ground and back behind, and then open wide. Rotate down and back and open. Good. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Keep your arms out like this, kind of cactus facing down. Open the chest back, and then bring arms together in the front. Open and then together. Good. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shoulders and chest are talking to us. We're going to bring the right arm out really long. Reach the left arm over and up, and then press it out. Reach up and over, and then press. Good. For 8, 7, keep drawing belly in. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Good. Left arm is long, right arm reaches up and over, and then press, over, press. For 8, 7, 6, 5, like you're pushing something away from you. For 4, and 3, 2, and 1. Hold, and then release. Ooh, shoulders. All right, so from here, we're gonna do some bicep curls. We're gonna bring arms down by our sides, up to shoulders, little touch, and imagine that you're holding like 15-pound weights here. So pretend the weight is really heavy, but it's more about the motion and the movement to get into the biceps. For 6, 5, 4, 3, arms glued by your sides, 2, last 1. Same thing, and then a shoulder press up, like you're pushing a book above your head or a table. Back down to shoulders, and then down by your side. So a 2-part motion, nice and controlled. Really good. For 7, for 6, and 5, drawing belly in. 4, 3, 2, last 1. Good. Bring your arms out to the sides, a little bend in those elbows, and we're going to lift up and down. Little pulses for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold there. Circles forward. Still that little bend in the elbows for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold and release. So pausing here, we're gonna bring the right arm across the body, holding somewhere between the elbow and the wrist. Can come down if you're sitting up on your knees, or take a seat if you need to, if you've been standing. Good, open into a cactus, bringing it across the other side. Good, really strong. Coming back up to your knees or standing. I'm gonna turn to the side so you can see we're gonna do some triceps now. So leaning forward a bit, so tilting a little bit at the hips. I'm gonna bring the, again, upper arms glued to my sides, and I'm gonna press my palms back facing the ceiling, bringing it up like a tricep curl, and then back. Good, for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reaching those arms back nice and long, still palms facing ceiling, pulsing for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bringing the arms really wide here, and then kissing the palms together, bending at the elbows. Reaching long, bending in for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now turning the palms down, and we're still gonna pulse up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold and breathe for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Sit up. Release your weights if you had them, or place them down by your sides, and come down to your seat. So bringing your knees out in front of you, we're gonna bring toes up toward the ceiling, really pressing down through heels. Fingertips facing your sits bones, and we're gonna lift up. So you might need to adjust or find the place of your feet that feels okay. We're gonna lift up and do tiny tricep dips. So just a little lift up and down, moving about an inch for 8, 7, 6, elbows point behind you for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Releasing down for just a moment. Can sit up nice and tall here. Soft through the shoulders. Maybe gentle movement of the neck. Good, and then coming right back. Same placement of the palms. This time we're going to come up. We're gonna lower and hold halfway. Good, holding halfway. So in that dip where the triceps are engaged, the elbows are bent. We're here for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, releasing down. Bringing your feet a little bit farther away from you might help with distance when you see what we're gonna do. We're gonna bring now the palms almost to kiss, or the fingertips actually touching. With our seat on the ground, we're gonna lower and lift back up. Lower, so the elbows kind of go out to the sides, and lift. Good, for 8, 7, 6. If you slow it down, you're gonna feel it a lot in your triceps. For 4, and 3, and 2. Last one. Good, come up, take a break, maybe reach your arms forward here, sitting up nice and tall. Good, coming right back. Same placement of the palms, either almost touching closer together, or actually fingertips are touching. And then you're gonna lower halfway and do tiny little pulses. The smallest, barely noticeable, for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release, sitting up nice and tall here. Finding a place where you can feel your sits bones, bringing left elbow up overhead, left palm reaches between your shoulder blades. Breathing into this part of the arm, the part that was just working. Good, reach, arms nice and long, switching sides. Good, and then to close out, we're gonna take some push-ups. So we're gonna do 3 types of push-ups here. I'm gonna take them from my knees. I'm gonna start with palms about shoulder width distance apart. I'm gonna take tricep push-ups, bringing my toes high, and I'm gonna hug my elbows straight back behind me. Chest is nice and long. For 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Good, finding a child's pose, reaching your arms nice and long. Forgive the sound of the construction work outside. It's just a normal weekday morning over here. Good, and then coming back up. This time we're gonna bring hands same as the shoulders, shoulder width distance apart. Knees are lifted. Arms are gonna come out just a little bit, not too wide and not too straight back. So more of a traditional push-up shape here. Good. For 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. It's crazy what you can still feel from your knees. Good, so one more set of push-ups here. Maybe taking a breath, finding a comfortable seat for a moment. We've done closer together, sort of traditional, and now we're gonna take it really wide. So to get deeper into our chest, your hands can be on the side edges of the mat or maybe even off the mat, depending on how wide you wanna go. Knees are down for me, toes are lifted, belly is wrapping in for 10, 9, you got it, last thing, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Good, coming back to your comfortable seat. Sitting up nice and tall, reaching the right fingertips out beside you, left arm up and over. So stretching the arm through the shoulder, into the side body, feeling your left sits bone grounded, so your hips aren't lifting up. Good, and then coming into the second side, reaching those fingertips really long, right arm up and over. Good, reaching your arms really long here. I said last thing, it was almost true. Reaching your arms super long, sitting up nice and tall. Invitation to close your eyes and feel your muscle wrapping around bone. Fingertips reaching toward the opposite ends of the room that you're in. Just holding and feeling your strength. Trying to find some lightness for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Bring palms together, heart center. Still an invitation to close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. Good, inhale something you'd like to keep with you. Exhale, let everything else go. blink open your eyes. Thank you so much for joining. So strong in this whole region in not a lot of time. Let me know if you have any questions or thoughts, and I will see you soon.